Okay, so here we are again, STG Weekly episode 159. This time we're covering Aero Chimera. It's an indie game made by one guy, in fact, one of the Shmups Forum community members who may or may not have be around the community. I was trying to figure this out before, but if you're out there, Sasupoika, say hello or whatever. We miss you. But anyway, it's Aero Chimera, described as a super difficult shooting game, a vertical arcade shoot 'em up with excruciating difficulty level and easy scoring system. Be annihilated in maelstrom of fire, or persevere and destroy opposing DAEL corporation. So we're gonna be looking at this game, and we got our guy who takes on the obscure games and the lesser-known games. Emuser is returning once again.
I'm glad to be back.
the one and only.
Especially for this one.
That's right. We were kind of talking about it a little bit before, but we've been trying to talk about this for quite a while, and should be interesting. And I'm also being co-hosted by Maximo, who's also here.
What's up, everybody?
So, Emuser, why don't you tell us a little bit of a briefing about what kind of game Aero Chimera is and what it does for the shmup genre and all that.
Well, Aero Chimera, the name in itself is actually a reference to the fact that it borrows multiple scoring systems from different games. For example, it has proximity destruction bonuses like in Ketsui. It has meddling like Garega. It has chaining like Dodonpachi. So it's like multiple things blended together, which is kind of a reference to what the name means, why it's named that.
Oh, okay, cool.
But yeah, Aero Chimera is an extremely difficult, very just brutal game. Like, Sasupoika made this game, and he said to himself that he made this based around what he perceived as his personal skill. But when he released it and finished it and patched it once, he admitted, okay, I did too much. This is too much. And it was too much. Like,
nice.
On novice, people sometimes have trouble beating the game. And on normal, barely anyone did.
Damn.
I think I'm still the only one who actually did a normal Alt Plus clear. But Jaimers got to the TLB.
Did he beat the TLB, or are we gonna find out?
No, he didn't.
Okay. Rest in peace, Jaimers.
And just to add extra insult to injury, there's actually a third difficulty called Death Mode. And I'm pretty convinced no one will ever beat that. It's like a joke at this point.
Harder than Escatos's Advanced Expert or whatever it was. Expert Insane. Which actually two people I think did beat that eventually.
At least that has been beat. But Aero Chimera Death has not.
Maybe if this game was a little bit more well known, but yeah, that's interesting. It lives up to the name. Okay, not just some bullshit that he made up to like get like people to be like, oh, hard game or whatever.
Oh yeah, absolutely difficult.
Sweet. Yeah, we're taking a little bit of a look at the footage here, and I'm seeing some fast bullets and whatnot, and we're going to be looking at two different runs of the normal mode. All plus clear. So what does all plus clear mean?
All plus means that you beat the game and you beat the TLB, since there's no continues, no matter how you play the game.
Oh shit. What about practice mode?
There is a practice mode. You can practice individual stages and bosses.
Nice. Well, there you go.
So you'll need it if you're gonna get into this.
I see. Yeah, this looks pretty insane. So first we'll look. So there's 4 different ships. First, I think it's Type 2. Or
yeah, that's Jaimers' ship.
Yeah. And then Type 4. So I don't know. Should we just jump into the replays, or should we? You want to preface some of the some stuff about the game still. I mean, what about maybe you want to talk about the ships?
Yeah, probably the ships, because we could probably cover stuff while we're running. But the ships, there's 4 different ships. I don't know their names, like what they show in game when you're selecting. But Type 1 is a pretty standard, like, spread shot ship, focus shot, like hold shot. And it's actually like the weakest ship, and I don't know I don't know about it. Type 2 is how is it? I know it has a lock shot, but I don't know what its default shot is. That's Jaimers' ship. Probably the second best ship because it has the lock-on ability and can shoot off sides when it needs it, and it's gonna hit pretty much. Type 3 is like a wide shot slow ship, and I think it's okay, but it is extremely slow. And then Type 4 is like super speed, high damage ship.
That's what we're looking at right now on the footage at the moment.
Let me see. Yep. Yeah, that's Type 4. So it has a good forward shot and a proximity blue fire effect, kind of like melee.
Okay, that's what's going on there.
So if you can get close to stuff, then you'll do a lot of damage if you can maintain it.
I see you got some bombs available there as well.
Yeah, it's pretty traditional to something like Dodonpachi or like a cave game. If you do if you just press the bomb button, it does a weak bomb all over the screen, clearing all the bullets. If you do focus shot bomb, then it'll do a powerful contained bomb in a small area.
Oh, that's pretty interesting. Change the bomb type.
Yeah. It
That's
depends
kinda
if you
kinda
need
different.
survivability versus damage.
Yeah, I like that. That's pretty neat. What about the TLB? Is there a condition for that? Do you have to do scoring in this game to get that, or what's the deal there?
Very minimal scoring. On Novice, you don't fight it at all. On Normal, you just need to finish the 6 boss with 10 million points. And on Death Mode, there are no requirements. You just have to get to it somehow.
Okay. So we will see you collecting these medals and doing some point blanking and doing some chaining. That's the name of the game here, is those 3 things. So
Yep.
the systems we've all learned to love from our favorite games of yore. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I mean, I'm looking forward to see these runs. It's gonna be sick. Shall we begin?
I'm ready.
Yeah, let me load it up.
All right. Give me just 1 moment. From our the systems that from our favorite company, Evac. Anyway, okay. I'll do the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. We got the Type 2 run from Jaimers here.
Yeah. So one thing you might have been wondering if you just happen to see the very beginning, there's no collision with enemies in this game, actually.
Okay.
That's why I can sit on top and then just point blank. As long as you.
Yeah. And for some enemies, it'll seal their bullets when you sit on top of them, but the rank will increase more quickly if you seal bullets, which is a thing in Garega, if I recall correctly.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, yeah.
So as mentioned earlier, the 3 main scoring systems are Garega chaining, Dodonpachi chaining bonus, like destroying a lot of things at a time, and then what am I forgetting? Proximity destruction, destroying things as close to them as you could be. And Jaimers is actually playing this first meddling score right now. But first stage is pretty, self-explanatory. Just You know, short introductory stage, short boss fight, and then the rest of the stage is a little more diverse.
With the focus shot, do you slow down a bit?
Yeah, you do. With all of the ships. All the ships will slow down to do focus shot. And there's some parts of the environment, if you bomb them, you'll get bombs. And even though Jaimers died, that's okay because that'll lower the rank a little bit. So you'll get an extend every 1,000,000 points in this mode. And he's already at 1.2 million. So he got an extend and then ran into a bullet to lower the rank a bit.
What kind of score are we gonna be eventually seeing here as far as how many extends?
I haven't actually watched this replay yet, recent. So I actually don't remember what kind of score he ends up with.
Yeah.
Since this game's replay function is unfortunately busted to where if you ever focus bomb, the replay will desync. So anytime you see somebody uploading a replay of this, they probably recorded it live.
I see.
So that high score in the top might not be the score that he ends up with. It's gonna probably be higher.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, even with boss pieces, when you destroy anything or damage it enough, you'll see like a multiplier number next to something that gets destroyed, which means like the score value you got for your proximity towards said thing.
Gotcha, yeah.
Okay.
Ugh.
Now, if you destroy like different boss pieces at a time, does that change up like boss attacks at all?
Off the top of my head, I'm trying to remember, but I'm not 100% sure on that. There are some things where you can do bullet cancels if you destroy bosses' parts at a certain time.
Oh, gotcha.
So, depending which boss you're fighting, it's definitely something you'll want to be doing. But I think the interesting thing about this game and like watching this again is that because there's like multiple venues in which you can increase your score, it's hard to say like what the best strategy would be, because I think if you did everything, the rank would just become so insane that it's not feasible. So Jaimers is pretty much just going for chain score and not so much proximity destruction bonuses. But my replay is different in that I don't chain because I'll get to that later.
Gotcha. It's probably like the rank got too high, it becomes a situation where then you just be like chain death main since it's like too high.
Yeah. That motto of the game, ultra hard, or whatever the motto was that Aquas mentioned at the start of this episode.
Super difficult STG.
Yeah, if you let it, that is absolutely not an exaggeration.
Yeah, that's like that's like the whole thing with Greg. Like, you have to, suicide and score to actually maintain the difficulty. So, seems like he's maintained that here as well.
Yeah,
pretty much. Ow. Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an elder drop there.
This is the first boss we see that has like major bullet cancel opportunities, as we'll see in a bit. It has two side pods and two pods on each side that can be destroyed, and when you time it right, they'll cancel any bullets on screen. But yeah, like I mentioned earlier, there are 3 difficulties in the game. This is the game's normal difficulty. And do keep in mind, there is something harder than this. Actually. Yeah. Pretty terrifying. In my opinion, I think the ship Jaimers is using is probably the second best ship in this game, just because of its versatility, even if it isn't the strongest ship by any means. Just the ability to lock on anything and move anywhere on the screen is very nice. Because none of the other ships really have that luxury.
Yeah, it does look like it's pretty useful on some of those parts there, but you can't like do it head on.
Yeah. The longer you play this game and the more the rank rises, the game will just progressively throw just crazier. Oh, that's nice. That's a neat trick.
Around the world.
Wow.
That's my favorite strap.
Very nice. Yeah, this thing you just focus bomb because the lasers are just kind of ridiculous. It's kind of insane when I say it, but like the first 4, maybe 5 stages of this game are just basically preparation for the end. And then there's the last stage, and it's just, I hope you're ready, pretty much.
Yeah, Jaimers mentioned you get suicide bullets if the rank gets too high in the chat there.
Yeah, exactly. If you let the rank climb too much, like, you'll start seeing just bullets that'll just start spawning on enemies. And it still isn't, like, at maximum the moment you see the suicide bullets start appearing. Like, there's still some room for it to go up when you hit that point. Which is like, and you'll know when it happens. Like, everything just starts doing it.
Yeah, I'm chewing some gum here. Fuck. Exposed.
Exposed. I actually did not notice. I guess I was just kind of watching this and didn't think about it or something.
Do I continue to chew my gum or stop? Oh, sweet King Crimson reference.
King Crimson?
Said King Crimson approaching or something like that in the boss entry text.
Oh, that. Yeah, I don't even read it anymore because it's just there and I've seen it a whole bunch. You know, you just see something so many times, you just kind of forget about it and you don't really read what's there.
Yeah.
But now I will, now I've been reminded of that. Oh yeah, okay. I guess you could say this is another Blackheart reference right here, more or less.
Oh yeah.
With the sky stage especially and all. Oh, I don't think I've seen an attack before.
Kind of like these missiles that you destroy coming in. It's fun.
Yeah, as long as you're firing, you shouldn't really have to worry about the missiles. As far as I know, at least. Yeah, this stage just kind of immediately this thing just comes out of the side and just starts shooting a bunch of stuff at you. In my opinion, it kind of like, this is the point where the game kind of ramps up another notch from where you've been already.
It's got 6 million so far. So already 6 lives, and the deaths have been happening pretty much every stage, huh? Yeah, so.
Yeah, not counting the first stage, but yeah. Yeah, and Jaimers just said, He believes that he stopped meddling once he got to this stage.
I mean, with stuff coming at you so fast, you can't be asked to go around the map and whatnot collecting those, so...
Yeah, I don't blame him for it. I think, like, honestly, I did say it before, but the difficulty is a little bit too difficult. Like, normal is, like, really challenging. I mean, that's an understatement. But playing for score on novice is more fun because, like, you have more room to get a higher score.
Yeah, I can see that.
Blossom asks, did Aero Chimera give me PTSD? Honestly, yeah, I think it kind of did. The difficulty is still stuff of nightmarish proportions.
Sometimes you just gotta see it through, right? Despite the pain and the suffering.
Yeah, speaking of the whole seeing through it to the end thing, of course there's a story behind how this all happened. But I'll get to that once my replay starts later on.
Okay, sure. Nice. Try to remember to mention that.
Ugh. Yeah. I'm actually like seeing this in a completely different light because I'm like, the way I play, I don't see everything Jaimers does. So this is like kind of like newish. Wow. That's cool.
Oh, that was sick.
Whoa.
Is that like a chain reaction type of thing
sort
there?
of. The ship has a way of like teleporting around and like, I think it clones itself from the looks of things there. Like an illusion. The mid-boss that just passed. And yeah, if there is another thing to mention about this game, it is the art style of the game is actually pretty different from what you would see elsewhere.
Yeah, you have like these like lines that aren't straight, and it kind of has like kind of a drawn-in look to it. I don't mind it though; it's definitely effective.
Yeah.
I mean,
It looks kind of organic in that way, I guess.
yeah, the unrefined lines and stuff like that. But it's kind of gives it kind of a gritty feel.
Well, well, in contrast to the bullet patterns, which are super refined.
Blossom and
So it's
Mino
interesting.
both kind of hit a nail on the head here with the art style. Blossom says it's kind of like MS Paint, and Mino says it's kind of like Newgrounds Flash.
Yeah.
And I definitely can agree with that. But, you know, on paper, if you pitch this idea to someone, it's like, why would you do that for a shmup game? That looks weird, and I don't think it's going to look good. But, at, like, you know, the first few minutes I was playing this, I'm like, I don't know about this. But the more I played it, and I was just like, you know, this works, actually.
There's a lot of variety here, too, with the patterns. It's crazy.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't know this was the way you do that attack. Yeah. Because of, yeah,
Spreads.
Jaimers' chip choice pretty much means he has to understand almost every single attack in the game. Like,
Due to the
more so
less
than with
power.
the other ships. Yeah. More so than with the other ships.
Gotcha.
This is crazy,
Yeesh.
right?
That's like Ketsui.
Oh, yeah.
Cinderella Amber, the encloser.
Yeah, that's true.
And still.
I think all the music is from Cyber Rainforce, if I remember correctly. I don't think we've talked about the music yet. But
No, what's that?
Cyber Rainforce are the same guys who did like a bunch of Bluish Resurrection and Bluish music.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I just remember that because like if you go on their website and you dig through all their MP3s, you'll hear some of these tracks on their in their files.
So were they made for the game, or did he just get permission to use The music.
I imagine that he just got permission from them to use it. From what I understand, they're pretty cool with it. Like they're just like acknowledge, give us credit, and you can just do it whatever.
That's pretty nice. It fits the game well enough.
It does. Like when I first played this, I didn't even get that idea until like later. I found them on the website. I'm like, oh, okay.
Neat.
Copyright free music, and as long as you give them credit, I suppose. Yeah.
Oh, apparently.
Which is really cool.
Okay.
Though.
Lots of themes too.
Yeah, this is the last stage in the game, actually.
Okay.
And extremely difficult.
Jeez.
To play. Yeah, this is like, you best have been prepared and not screwed up too much throughout the rest of the game. Because this stage will destroy you.
You're like a needle in a haystack, and the bullets are the hay, and you're the needle.
And I'm not saying that the stage will destroy you, like, just as a general saying. I'm saying that I don't care how good you are, this stage is going to destroy you. Like, it is pretty much factual that this will happen. Somewhere, some point, you will lose all your lives. So this is like a major test to actually beat this stage. With or without TLB. Honestly.
You think he is waiting for that because that triggered the popcorn to come in, or this kind of?
I believe so. It's probably to be safe, because if you do delay killing that ship, the popcorns will only spawn in once it's gone. So I definitely think he might have done that for safety.
Nice. Cool. Confirmed.
Yeah. Jaimers confirms this as well. If I recall, he's probably going to let this one go. Yeah, for this one, the other ones were dangerous, but for this ship, it's like, let this one alone, because it is not feasible to deal with this, a bunch of other enemies, and this thing coming from the right.
Okay, yeah,
It's
wow.
way too dangerous.
Just got forced over pretty much, no matter what.
Yeah.
It's like there's like these little lulls in the action, then there's like a big enemy. It's like deal with that.
Yeah. So this is also why I think Type 2 is like the second best ship in the game. Because of this mid-boss. Like, look at this insanity. It has free movement and constant damage while moving around everything. While all the other ships would just be like,
It's gonna be interesting seeing yours after this, for sure.
Yeah. There's a reason, actually, I haven't, like, some of these things I'm like, oh, I haven't seen this, or I don't remember that, or this is different. And I think that's one thing that was really cool about this game, like I mentioned earlier, that multiple scoring styles, different style ships, like 2 or 3 different replays could make it just look like a completely different game. Like, each time. But Jaimers is approaching the final boss at this point with no bombs in stock, but 4 spare lives. Yeah.
So this is the last boss, but not the TLB at this moment?
Right, that's correct. TLB is its own different thing.
It's like a radioactive strobe light of bullets.
Yeah.
Damn.
The other ships really can't get a line of shot on the thing with all this stuff happening. Type 2 can, though.
Nice dodges, getting in the corner there and getting as much space as he wanted, probably.
Yeah, that was only one turret, by the way. That whole part. Oh, that's one part. On to the next.
This is a turret. Super turret. Supercharged. It got its Uber charged.
Yeah, this is just absolutely nuts. This reminds me of the final boss of Esprade right here.
Just change the bullets into hands.
Yeah, that'd be that. It would be that tech actually, pretty much. I actually didn't realize. Does each segment like reference a cave game or something, or like a final boss area? I didn't think about that till now. But this is I
noticed Ketsui at least on that last one. Cinderella Amber.
Yeah.
Man.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like when I watch, my eyes gravitate towards the source of the bullets just because, you know, like a shmup player, but like...
yeah, there comes a point where
but like,
it's
holy
just
shit.
Yeah. That last death Jaimers had, even I'm like, I don't have an answer for this. I just die. This part's fun with this ship.
Yeah, the bullet patterns of this game have been super impressive. That's for damn sure.
And when you meet the requirements, you see that TLB kind of coming in up the top right side in the background.
Yeah.
And the final showdown begins.
I gotta deal with this.
And it's over.
It's like...
Well, good effort, good effort.
Yeah, definitely. Like, just getting to reach the TLB
What
is
the hell?
extremely difficult as it is.
That was just bullet vomit.
Yeah. It's pretty ridiculous. I don't think that I don't think he ever went back and did the TLB, but I wouldn't put that past him. Oh, Denny Nurtan? It's real. It's a real replay.
Yeah, that was Jaimers' run there. Alright, so gonna get ready for your replay again to refresh us on how Type 4 is like, I guess. And we'll just start.
Yeah, so since we just saw a replay for Type 2, Type 2 is weak, but it has a lock-on shot, and it can basically travel anywhere on the screen while doing constant damage. Type 4 is a focused, like, speed-oriented ship. It has a standard forward shot, which is fairly powerful as it is, but it also has its focus basically emits blue fire from the ship itself, and it's extremely close range. So if you can get close enough to their faces, like any safe time you can, you want to do that.
So we're going to see a lot more point blanking from you on this replay than I'd have to imagine.
Yeah, it is the life essence of the ship. Absolutely just...
Whereas Jaimers had to experience all the patterns, you're just going to be skipping a lot of them, I'm guessing is what's going to go down here.
Precisely. Like, raw power, just getting through some stuff that I didn't have to worry about.
Whereas I'm guessing some parts are going to be more dangerous at the same time for you. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Very cool. All right, let's get it going here, I guess. Without further ado, here's Emuser's Type 4 ship, normal mode, all plus clear run, and the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go.
Alrighty. So, annotations aren't on, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
Or,
yeah, I just mine are on my end, so I kind of forgot.
Oh well, if it helps you commentate, then that's fine.
yeah, exactly. That works right now. But basically, for those who might have missed the memo or aren't familiar with the game, point blanking stuff. These ships don't have any hitboxes. Like, there's no collision hitboxes for enemies in this game, which is like really cool for this ship because it can just fly everywhere and just do everything.
Perfect.
Yeah. The only requirement to reach the TLB is to have 10 million points by the end of the game. But yeah, on this replay, just because I think I played this for I played it the first year it came out, took a break, and of course Kaiseru made a joke like something about clearing Aero Chimera, blah blah blah, because no one had done it yet. And
the old Kaiseru baits.
some kind of bait, and and he's like, Sub mentioned this game. He's like, no, wait, don't do it. I was kidding. But I played this game like 3 days straight, just going super ham on it until I did it. Like, I even like, you hear my voice at the end of this because I was like wanting to capture like my reaction if I did it.
Oh shit. Epic.
Yeah. So I was like quiet at this point, not even talking, because I was just in that monotonous just routine, like, same stages, same old song and dance, basically. But there's a little something here that you'll notice differently. I don't think I talked about the stage 6 mid boss earlier, but there's actually 2 different mid bosses that can exist, and later on we'll see a different mid boss at the end in stage 6 in this replay. Huh. So this mid boss, you notice I didn't shoot it at all. If you don't kill it and it flies away, you'll get a different mid boss in stage 6.
How'd you find that out?
Great question, because there's only 2 vague hints here that I don't think anyone figured out in game. So on the stage 6 mid boss, right before you run into it, you see a giant 0-2 in the background. And back on stage 2 mid boss, you see these 6 red balls, I think there's 6 of them, that don't seem to serve any purpose, but you can destroy them. So I think that they're supposed to make a connection between those 2 things. But no one ever figured it out. I was always 1 life short of being able to beat this game. And I was messaging Sasopoika about it, like, since no one ever figured out how to do it, what is the thing? And he just told me, don't kill the second mid-boss. And I'm like, really?
I see.
That was actually the last thing I needed to beat this game. I'll explain later.
Okay, for a different boss. Interesting.
But compared to Jaimers, you can tell, like, I'm just point blanking stuff and focusing on survival, and I'm not meddling.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you're getting plenty of your points from the multipliers and the point blanking.
Right.
Like, how comparable is the meddling in comparison to the point blanking? Like, does it weigh out if you just chose to meddle instead? Or is it like point blanking is the majority of it, I guess is my question.
I think that if you were comparing the 2, I think meddling would do more in the long run.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, not 100% sure on that. It's hard to say. But playing this ship has some nice privileges to it, such as killing stuff before they even get started. And even though I didn't need to boss that mid-boss right there, it was basically a freebie because you can only have a limit of like 4 bombs and then like 1 off from a 5th. So it was basically a bomb I just did for, might as well because I'm going to lose it if I don't use it sort of situation. Yeah.
Gotcha.
If you can get that just right, you can point blank that big red ship without the 2 helis on its side shooting at you. There's a lot of just like quick movement, precision stuff, honestly.
Yeah, the playstyle is completely different. Pretty neat.
Extremely fun. And when you have like the application icon for Aero Chimera, this is the ship that it's showing. So I honestly think like it feels natural to me when I use this ship compared to the others. It just it seemed like it flowed with me more than the others. First death, finally. Yeah, I definitely just focused more on just bombing stuff when I needed it. And getting a lucky bullet cancel right here.
These patterns are a little bit harder because they're so fast now, huh?
I think so.
You actually have to dodge some of these.
I'm point blanking a lot of stuff, so that is raising the rank more quickly.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's more quickly than meddling or not. But Jaimers didn't ever hit max rank in his replay. Or extremely close to it.
I'm pretty curious to see that. But, yeah, well. Oh yes, that's that's something people can find out.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is?
In my opinion, the game should have had some kind of rank display because
Yeah,
when you're
that would've been cool.
practicing this game on normal and expert in the stage select, you can actually set your starting rank.
Oh, okay, neat. And
You're
then you can see it. Okay.
Yeah, like a little bar that you adjust that gives you an indication.
Nice.
Dem point blanks. Pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful. Much more powerful than Type 2. It just has to hug everything. It has to hug it out with everything to do it.
Hug it out.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening during point blinking.
Yeah. So there's not too much crazy happening in this stage, really. I am doing a little more point blanking for score to catch up to my 10 million goal. Because the first 3 stages, I focused more on survival than anything. Like, the bosses, I destroy them from as far away as possible, for example. I do more scoring stuff here, though, to try and catch up. And even though that wasn't the best death, because of the bomb limit and you can actually only have a maximum of 5 lives as well. So that last death actually wasn't really a loss necessarily. If anything, I got some bombs out of it, so it's okay.
How about that chaining? Like, how much does that affect the point blank scores you're getting when you have like a chain going?
It's hard to see
Because you had a
it's
chain going there for a while, and it looked like you were getting a lot of points.
Yeah, it looks like it goes up like 500 points per enemy, and it stops at 5,000 additional.
Oh, okay, so guess there's some math in there. Marshmallows.
Yeah, you have to use your.
Whoa.
I used my close melee thing on those because if you only use your shot, the marshmallows will get you from the sides.
How did you judge that previous pattern? That was super close.
Yeah, I was really hoping I could no miss no bomb like the first 2 forms of this, but I messed up. Yeah, I'm still doing fine with bombs and live. You can make a few mistakes, but you can't make too many. Because
You, like, fall
the
behind.
goal is to, the goal is to actually have maximum resources, like 4 bombs and 5 spare lives when you get to the last boss. Like, if you don't do that, you can't beat this game. Pretty much. Yeah, like, the chaining here is pretty crazy. You can see up top now.
Yeah, it seems like it really adds up once you have that going for a while. Plus the multipliers.
Yeah, it's really nice for this stage. Stage 5 and 6, you'll definitely score a lot, even if you're not meddling.
These bulls were going pretty fast.
Yeah, so actually we are approaching the point where rank is about to, like, start showing its face. I think. Or maybe it's stage 6 I'm thinking of. I'll point it out once it starts happening, though.
Sure. Let's see.
Yeah, knowing enemy placement is vital to, like, just reducing your risk on everything. Even though on this part coming up, I never had an answer for it, really. Could never figure out any safe way to do this.
Like the craters and sound effects are nice, and the backgrounds, even though they're like, it's that drawn style, like everything is like, it's like, constructed and whatnot, so it seems like it's well enough so that you can remember, what to do. I mean, like, look at this, like the little lights and whatnot, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it definitely helps actually in stage 6.
Or just the fact, like, that those bases back there were just connected by the little girders and to indicate that where you need to go and that type of thing. That's pretty good. It's good term, good design, good design.
Yeah, and as you can tell with that mid boss, it went down so fast I didn't even see any of its attacks. Like it did two things and then went away.
The Seater bombs back there.
Yeah, I suicided there so I could get the bombs because I was at 5 lives. Oh. Then I got an extend and then lost it. So then I'm in an annotation. I'm yelling, "Damn it all!"
Yeah, it was pointless. And then
yeah. So that was a mistake, but as long as I don't mess up again, it's fine. Like, I'm getting a lot of points here, even though I'm driving the rank up absolutely to ridiculous rates, but sitting up there like that just gave me half the points towards the next extend.
Oh, I see. So, that chain is, it shows you the chain attached to the multiplier. Okay, I get it now. I didn't make that connection till now. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I look back at this and I'm like, still amazed that I didn't slip somewhere, you know? Because some of the bullets are just ridiculously fast. And for this, I'm just like, bomb, because I don't have any answers for it.
Oh, man, yeah.
Unlike Jaimers, who mathematically calculated this boss much, much more than me. I'm just like, nope, don't have time for it. Got it. It's gotta go.
Well, your method is doing the trick, so
yeah,
it's what you had to do with this ship. So
yeah, it's really fun to play. Like the whole super overly aggressive style it has.
Nice.
I'm a fan of like having a super fast ship and then doing like placing it in just the right spot to like dodge some bullets. That's pretty satisfying to me.
Yeah.
Shmups.
And even for this boss, I do something a lot different. It took me a lot of time to think about it because enemies come out. Yeah. I did that on purpose to kill time so that more enemies don't spawn on the screen.
It's like the fun little dance there.
Yeah. It took me some time to think about it. Like, it was just basically micro improvements here and there. How can I get through this safely? How can I get through this with less trouble? Until I eventually came to this replay. It's like, destroy all the dangerous stuff ASAP. Time things out if you have to.
You say like you played it for like 3 days, like straight, but like, was that all that of your experience of the game, or?
No, I played it for quite a lot before that, the year before.
Okay, so this was like a certain push at a certain point, okay.
Yeah.
Oof, nice dodges there.
Yeah, I'm even in my annotation I say close call because it was like crazy.
Yeah.
So one indication the rank is like almost at max is that these things will start shooting 2 bullets instead of 1. Like,
man.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, so it's like very high right now. And I actually sit this one out and go all the way around it like this.
Oh, fuck.
So the key to doing this is actually timing out like a third of the stage because it's too hard.
That feel when you just let the arrows and DDR go past you.
Yeah, it's kind of like that feeling.
Oh, nice spot.
Oof.
That was cool. Yeah, I love the interaction you guys are doing between the bullet patterns. It's really interesting. It's really well done.
Yeah. This stage took a lot of tries to get right for me. To figure all this out. Thankfully, the no collision stuff is what makes this possible. And it took me a long time to think of all of it because I'm not used to thinking in that kind of way, you know?
Decided to just go all out with the aggressive style and see where it all worked out. What you can and can't do, and then memorize that.
So you see some of these enemies are actually releasing revenge bullets now. We're at nearly maximum range.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why I wasn't shooting at some points.
Oh, beat's about to drop.
Yeah, this part's always pretty good.
Pretty high.
Let me turn that up a little bit.
I've always liked that part too. And there's the two I was talking about earlier. If you timed out the second mid-boss, you get a different mid-boss who gives 100,000 points times whatever multiplier you have against it.
Oh, interesting.
So it's the stage 2 mid-boss with open wings.
Point
And
blank.
That was the
because
different
it's
one?
Yeah, because it's worth 100,000 points, if you get a 10 times multiplier on it, it's an absolutely guaranteed extend. And I was always coming one life short in all my attempts to beat this. And I'm just like, if I could just figure out one more way. And then Sass explained that whole thing to me, and I'm like, this is perfect. This is all I need.
The missing key.
And then I did it. But, yeah.
That sigh.
This boss, everything from this point, you better have like all your resources.
I see.
Especially with the ship. It's just bomb everything, don't screw up as much as possible, and pray. In fact, the rank is so bad right now, on this point, you could get a bad RNG, and these lasers might have a pattern you have to bomb because there's no way you can avoid them. So that kind of sucks. Like, the rank is so high, there's a chance I might have to bomb just to stay alive.
Wow.
Whew.
Just
Man.
barely enough there.
That's
And then, when's the death coming?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
There we go.
Yeah, so this is why I was saying
man.
earlier.
Oh no. No bombs used there.
Yeah, I was kind of mad about that. It like, took a little love tap and then it died afterward.
Oh, because you get to cancel off the destruction. So that's what you're hoping for there.
Yeah, and I was just like barely off on it.
Damn, that damage though.
Gotta.
Oh yeah, and you need to have enough points lined up so you get an extra extend during the fight too. Like you need to go in with 5 extra lives, and you need to have the right amount of points to get an extra life as well.
Looks like you had a method there that you were trying to do.
Yeah, I messed something up. Oh yeah, that's right, here. And once again, it's just a sliver off, and I'm just like, again. Like, at this point, I thought I lost, because it was just like, well, I'm down, like, a life right now.
Wait, this is happening?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Hey.
Oh shit. Oh, this is the full one, okay.
Okay.
Well, yeah, you dealt a lot of damage, so. Oh,
Yeah.
does that barrier hit you up there? Why didn't
the
you go up
barrier.
for a point blank?
Oh, I was scared.
Okay.
Yeah, I was scared.
Stayed back. Oh,
yes.
ooh. Oh
Going
shit, but a
around
little
it
bit
like
more.
Shout out
Oh, there
to
you go.
Shusama for the strat, because I wouldn't have been able to beat it without it.
Oh wow, the bomb spam.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit!
Yes. It's always satisfying to hear that reaction. Those type of reactions.
CEO kill.
Like,
Oh, fuck,
I
the
thought I
ending.
was done, because I didn't go in with, like, an extra bomb and a life like I should have if I didn't mess up. But I was just like, no lives left, no bombs left. I was sitting there at the bottom, like I'm just praying I don't die at this point, and I just barely made it.
Dude, that was some epic shit, man.
Oh man, yeah, I got an adrenaline rush when I did this, like no other.
Yeah, that's inspiring. That was really cool.
Fun facts: Sasupoika says that he hopes no one saw the ending here. He hoped no one would beat the game to see that ending. He's kind of embarrassed by it, I guess.
I like his drawing there. It looked like this like evil Spider-Man or something.
Apparently, I pieced out, exited real quick when that ended. Just there. Save that replay, exit, like go take a nap or something. I don't know.
Look at my YouTube vids here. Real fake. And Billy Mitchell. The fall of Billy Mitchell.
Burn.
Nerd. Alright, anyway. Good stuff, man. Great job on that. So you did that, you uploaded that January 14th, 2016.
It's almost been 3 years. Jeez.
And we're gonna we're gonna hit the new year here in just a moment.
That's right, man. Wow.
Man, really impressive game. I didn't expect that caliber of gameplay coming into this at all. But
yeah,
our boy Sasapoika and you guys really showed it off.
Yeah, I don't even know like who started off introducing it, but you know, I guess people were in IRC or something talking about it. It was like everyone was trying it out for a while, but it was difficulty way too high.
People were like, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I can't even beat the first loop of Ketsui. What are you giving to me here?
Or geez, like beating novice is like a decent achievement in Aero Chimera.
Did you start with novice or did you just?
Oh, I started with novice, and because I heard people saying this game's really hard to play novice, and I played novice, still game over, and I'm scratching my head. Novice? Oh my god.
Maybe.
Like,
oh man,
it's still too hard.
yeah.
But you can do like crazy amounts of chaining and like scoring. Like I think I've seen someone with like 21 million points in novice. So, in my opinion, novice is actually more fun to score because it's like the rank is fixed, so you can plan like crazy scoring route.
Did you always play the Type 4, or did you play the other ships as you were learning it and whatnot?
I tried them all out, but Type 4 was definitely like my favorite ship, and I just stuck with it.
I see. Seemed very effective.
Yeah, I've been
whereas
checking
Jaimers
a lot
was
of-
kind of like more like that was definitely more like kind of
Oh yeah,
maybe
Jaimers
more
was like-
stylistic run. I
Oh,
guess you could say.
definitely. He was the method man compared to me, and I was just the bulldozer.
Yeah, there's a method to that too, though. But yeah, I see your
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, his thing was way more interesting than mine though, which is why I wanted to show his replay because
Yeah, it was great to see it both.
it's like a really good Type 2 demonstration. You just see all of the the patterns and your ability to move around the screen like freely, versus mine. It's just like bowling through things with sheer power.
But which one is more satisfying?
I
the real
really
question.
like Type 4.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a really fun ship.
Yeah, I want to try it. Yeah, for sure. This game's sick. I mean, I completely overlooked it myself, so I'm really glad I can finally do this. And I can see why you wanted to cover this, you know, as well. I mean, not only was it a great run, but it's a great game. I can tell.
Yeah,
I mean, for people who are seeking a challenge, of course.
Oh yeah, like sometimes I'm like every once in a while in random places, people always say like Dark Souls 3 is the hardest game that's ever been made, and I'm just like, you don't even know, man.
Bro,
You don't even
Aero
know.
Chimera, not even
Yeah.
Chimera Beast. Aero Chimera.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean,
Souls
Oh, don't
Dark
you
Souls
dare!
3. The Dark Souls of Shmups. Yeah, might as well.
Wow.
Yeah, they're mentioning Shu Sama had some death mode replays, but
Yeah.
nothing concrete. Just kind of concept videos, I guess.
Yeah.
Shusama went pretty hard on this game too.
I believe it. Dude's
do
also
see
a beast.
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, this was
Now
another
just a
thing where
Puyo beast. No, I think he still plays shmups,
I
but
definitely borrowed knowledge from multiple people to like construct everything for the like even like random strats. Sass helped me. Who was it? Shusama, yeah.
yeah.
Like he
What
was
is
doing
that
death
one,
mode boss attempt, and he did like a circle around the TLB, and I'm like, that's the last thing I need, like one of the last things I need to just inch out that extra damage I need.
Interesting. So, yeah, it's nice we already have this footage for people to get a little, help per se. So coming into this, because it seems like what you're saying did make a difference. So that's cool.
Oh, geez. Just new to me. Jaimers has just said, SAS nerfed the TLB at some point. By the way,
maybe so it
Which
can
I
be
didn't
done
know.
without point blanking.
Yeah, no, I didn't know this until he just said that. And now I'm like, well, no one would have been able to beat the game then. But, like, wow. So the thing did have more health at some point. You did say, like, I already took it down, like, halfway pretty quickly. So that must have been why.
So this is after this is after your guys' runs, huh?
Yeah, I know a few people played, like, early versions of it. And I wasn't in the early stuff, so I don't know, like, what changed since.
Shall I see the Electric Underground in the chat?
Heyo.
So
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, we do Electric Underground there. I might as well give him a plug here. He does a Shmup podcast. I'll probably just link it in the YouTube description because might as well. Some people might not know about that still, but it's been really good. It's really good stuff, and definitely goes in places that our show here doesn't go. So, and particularly recently talked with Iconoclast about wrecking Ketsui Destiny. So yeah, that's sick.
Oh yeah. I haven't actually looked into Destiny yet. Destiny?
Destiny.
I'm
It's supposed to be
sorry,
Destiny.
I know. I'm sorry. I still can't help but chuckle.
It's terrible.
But,
It's possibly the worst pun to come out of Japan in years, but I mean, they did a good job at that.
I haven't looked into that much yet. So is it like an arranged version, or is it like
It
original
is.
game plus arranged mode?
I don't know a lot of particular details myself. You Maximo, about Death Tiny mode?
I know there's like stuff like you have like a bomb meter that fills off, and you can like use.
Oh yeah, you like bomb for
thing.
more score and shit or something like that. I think.
Yeah,
something like
basically. You get a lot more extends. What else? Because I know I saw like a couple people like streaming it, but I never actually sat down and just looked. Like,
Yeah,
I know some people are mapping out like some guides and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but it's supposed to be
on,
like easier than the base game.
Is it like a one loop ordeal, or is it?
Yeah,
Like,
so basically what happens is that in the last stage, after you fight against, the Doom Pro, you fight against like TLB, and then that's just it, and it counts as like a one.
nice.
You got a PS4 Emuser?
I do.
Man.
I haven't used it for a while, but no, that's not true. I used it a little bit lately, but it's on PS4.
Yeah.
Correct.
Nice.
See some
I need to check that out
Emuser
sometime.
back on some Ketsui.
Yeah, that was actually the first thing I did on this weekly. Ketsui, but with hypers. Ooh. I'm does the score hit like? What's the score look like now in that?
Like 800
Right,
million,
I
I think was what Iconoclast got about.
Because I
Yeah.
know like 540 million or so was like, or maybe it's like 560 million was like the tops in regular Ketsui.
So insane.
Last I checked, 540 or
Oh goddamn, those are
560.
fucking YouTube recommendation. Get those
Good
off the screen.
Lord, 800 million, jeez. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, PS4. It's now the new Xbox 360 shmup console, essentially.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's kind of crazy how that worked out.
We thought it was gonna be the Xbox One, but then the Xbox One just fucking ripped ass in Japan, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
man.
weird how that is.
We're gonna get
because-
Natsuki Chronicle on there, and nothing's been heard about that game. The Ginga
Dude.
Force follow-up.
Yeah, I don't even know what's coming out at this point, honestly.
Wasn't that supposed to come out earlier this year?
A while back, yeah. I mean,
supposedly, but there's
I
just been
forgot
no.
about that.
you know, they delayed Ginga Force by like a good year or two. So I mean, you know, give it time. They're probably gonna just put it on another console.
Put it on Steam. Put it on Steam.
That'd be sick. I mean, you do got stuff on there.
Yeah.
In any case, it is fun to just talk about the random shmups, but we should wrap up the episode, I suppose. Really glad we get to talk about it and see this, and we'll have the download link, of course, in the YouTube description, and you can feel free to try it yourself. I mean, I'm sure any system can run the game and all that, so no need to mention that, but I definitely want to try it out myself. I'm pretty interested.
Yeah. Very interesting game. Although I'll probably get bodied if they try this.
The nice thing about really hard games like this is, you know, if you just keep bashing your head against the wall, eventually you'll just get forged into a good player. You know, eventually, you know, you'll have to adapt.
Yep. 1 years later.
That's pretty much how I went about it. Like, eventually, you'll just figure it out and get through it bit by bit.
At least there's the practice mode as well.
True.
If there wasn't the practice mode, then I wouldn't expect you guys to get too crazy and
Yeah, I don't.
It helps
think
so
anyone would
much.
have been able to do it.
well, plus the fact you said there's no continues, so
Yeah, like
That's
I'm sure
interesting.
that's why he did it. Like, I mean, I think he would have done it even if there were no continues, but I think if he was going to do no continues, like it needed to be done.
well, glad to have you on again, Emuser. It's always good to have you on the show.
Well, thank you very much.
And I'm sure we'll get you back again for some other dankness. I mean, yeah, I guess I'm curious. Are you playing some shmups right now, or
You know, I actually
what are you up to?
I actually took quite a long break. My game time in general just went down.
I see.
I spent time just getting away for a while and doing other stuff. But in 2019, I'm like reconsidering going back to streaming some stuff again.
Nice. That'll be nice. The climate for on Twitch has kind of changed a little bit last year or so as far as people streaming shmups and stuff. There's a lot more people streaming, so I think if you came back to it, you probably get a bit more viewer base. Well, probably anyway, because we got all the arcade streamers kind of pretty much getting collected as far as like the shmup players and stuff like that, and a lot of the Japanese guys are getting on here as well. So it's pretty nice.
Oh, very nice. It's been so long since I've even been using Twitch, really. I even noticed it says get bits up at the top, and that makes me...
Get bits.
That's how long it's been for me.
Damn,
I don't know how long
Emuser.
bits have been a thing, but like generally that's like, yeah, what's a bit?
Twitch became a cam horror site also in the last couple of years.
But, well, it's always been that.
Well, yeah, but the bits are just the form of like the currency for tipping. So 100 bits is $1, essentially. You can tip pages, but you can't tip SCG Weekly because we don't even meet affiliate. Even though I've been streaming like once, you gotta stream a little bit more than we are to actually be an affiliate. Because you got to be an affiliate, so you got to stream like I don't know, it's like 3 hours, it's like 5 hours a week, and have a certain amount of concurrent viewers, and then you can actually like earn money from Twitch, and that's where the bits come in. But anyway.
Yeah.
Good stuff, good stuff. Well, good to hear considering about playing some shmups again in 2019, because it's going to be an interesting year for shmups with M2 continuing to put out some stuff, and of course some newer games coming out. Blackbird is one kind of interested in lately. Really cool Fantasy Zone-esque game, and hell, we might even cover that on the show in the near future, because I think that's a pretty cool game there. Got to try it out recently.
Very nice.
Yeah, you probably even like that, Emuser.
There's a few games like what is it? Shameless plug for Devil Engine. That game looks pretty badass, and I played the demo on Steam earlier this year. And Steel Vampire looks interesting. I want to try that out.
Nice. Okay, well, that'll wrap it up for us. So yeah, take care, everyone, and we'll see you next time on the show, and have some good shmuppins. Till next time.
Alrighty.
Alright. Peace.